Okay, welcome to week number 5. I hope you enjoyed researching the beverage that you were assigned and answering those 4 questions of how it's made, where it comes from, any trends and food it pairs with. Wanted to just take a peek at some of the content for this week as well. While you've researched those different beverages, it's important for us to think about bar and beverage operations and some of the things that might be a little bit more unique than just standard food and beverage. So you have here kind of the industry standards on liquor cost, beer cost, wine cost, remembering that the cost is calculated by the cost of goods sold, or what you spent on the ingredients, if you will, and then divided by sales that it yields. So as you can see, if you were thinking about a beverage operation or a beverage program in a restaurant that you were leading, that the liquor cost actually has the least amount of cost. So that those kinds of cocktails would yield you the most profit, right? So because you would take the cost from the sales to get the profit. So if you are, reviewing your monthly records and you see that your beer cost is, for example, 40%, that's way higher than it typically would be, you'd want to take a look and see if that was a mistake or what could happen. Maybe it's training. So if your liquor cost is high, maybe bartenders are doing drag pours or heavier pours. It could be theft, that people aren't ringing things up. It could be, interestingly enough, beer not kept at the right temperature will foam more. So if you've ever gone to a bar, if you're of age, and you see the bartender pouring the beer and then pouring out like half of it because it got too foamy on top, that's all going to be wasted product, right? And so that's going to inflate your cost. It could be, any kind of, helping a friend out, or, comping drinks, things that aren't rung up. It could be real theft of like just actual bottles of liquor walking out your back door. So there's a couple different things to keep in mind to control costs in beverage operations. You can have a secret shop where a third party will come in, pay cash, and see and watch the bartender or server to see if that is actually rung up properly and recorded, or if it's kept in the pocket and they never ring it up. You also want to make sure that you have clear policies and procedures on recipes so that your drinks are consistent, but also that it could make sure that there's not any wasted pouring. And then, other various things to consider as well. Of course, drinking and driving is very serious. And so there are certain states that have laws where the bar could be held liable if someone gets in a car and drives and there's some kind of accident that happens afterwards. So all real, things to consider. The other page in here that I wanted to draw your attention to is some videos on how to make some drinks. Don't click on this. I couldn't get it to disappear, and it wouldn't really work properly, but go ahead and click on the links so you can see a couple of different things on YouTube. And then really the highlight of this week is going to be our discussion on beverage presentations. So I've uploaded all of your presentations. I'm still waiting for a few, so you can come back here. But in this particular activity for this week, I want you to ask one question and answer one question on any of the presentations that I've uploaded. So it doesn't have to be your own presentation that you answer the question for. I've also helped to start you off if you wanted to answer a question. I did pose some questions for each of the different ones, but you can see the beer presentation is here, as well as bottled water, coffee, Irish whiskey, as well as white spirit vodka, and wine. So keep an eye out for some more presentations to come through, and that'll wrap up beverage for this week. So thanks so much. Have a great week ahead.